This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
I don't know. Why would they sit there and watch us talk into microphones and look at each other and look at your faces that you give me sometimes?
And co-host Marnie Winfield.
In situations like that, if you take the time to weigh the pros and cons of your involvement in something, I think this is across the board with a lot of things in life. You know, does it make sense for me in my world?
It is the 3rd of December, 2023. My name's Corey Winfield.
My name's Marnie Winfield.
And welcome to 217 Recovery Podcast from the home studio. We're doing home stuff today.
Yeah.
We did a lot of Christmas activities, sort of.
Very Christmassy, yes.
I walked the trash out.
In the snow.
Almost pulled something. I don't know. It's like one of those moments where you catch yourself. Mm-hmm. And they say that can actually cause more damage than actually falling.
And just falling, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that too.
The groin was tested tonight. It was like, I was like, oh, geez. And I'm glad because you were going to take it out. And I was like, no, we have an agreement that when it's summer, when it's hot out, you take the trash out.
Yep.
And it's cold winter, I take it out because I hate being hot. You hate being cold.
Yep.
So we just kind of had an agreement.
But now, I mean, I think I kind of get the good part of that deal because it's actually dangerous to take our garbage out.
Yeah, where we live in like a condo association or something like that. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's condo. We
live up in the hills, you know, all fancy like. But no, this was built on apparently Seattle, of all places. This is coming back to haunt me. They built this thinking we want to make it just like Seattle. Because they have like us, and then there's like you got to walk it up, and then there's another level, and then it's just like Seattle. Yeah. Thinking about that today, I was walking it up the hill.
That's a steep hill.
Yeah, it's coming down. That's scary. And I thought, oh, if I zigzag it, it won't be as slippery. I mean, I made it down, but then I was like, you have to like do little steps.
Yeah,
like you have to just patter. You can't take big steps.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, this is horrible. And I remember when we first moved in here, I'm thinking, man, this is going to suck in the winter.
Mm-hmm. You did say that.
Yep, it does. And I felt like the whole block was watching me like, hey, we got a new guy. Watch this. You don't take your trash up there. That's for the people to take their trash down to.
Right.
I don't know. We have a meeting with our condo association people stuff.
I feel so grown up now about that.
Yeah, wait till I embarrass you. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but it's tomorrow though.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna have to say, because we pay like dues to have people shovel stuff, and the first time it snowed, it seemed like they did okay, and then the next day it was nope, more snow. Like, give me a shovel or something, dude. Like,
I think we need to get like explanation of what they are responsible for and what they're not.
Just like every other snow.
Were you guys just being like really nice the first time that it snowed, but like you really don't like sweep and
because I'd rather pay them half and just do it myself. We don't really have that much to shovel.
I mean, to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, and they don't really do the way you go anyway, which whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just say, you know, can we just pay half the dues and we just do it ourselves? Thanks. I would rather do that, actually.
Well, no, they may, my guess is, and if they are going to shovel it or plow it, it's for the people that go to work after the hour of 8 o'clock.
Well, that's the thing. It still wasn't done. And I was leaving after that. And then when we came home, it still wasn't done. So I'm telling you, like, these sober people problems are just, irritating.
And we need an explanation of like, when should we expect them? Because where we lived before, they were on top of that.
Yeah.
Every snow, they were running around at 6 a.m. plowing.
Okay. Yeah, just keep me posted.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like, maybe you should hire the people that plowed our last apartment complex.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna throw it out there that just let me do it and cut our stuff in half, because again, these are sober people problems. These are good problems to be complaining about.
Very good problems to be complaining about. Yes.
There was a time where I thought this would never be a topic.
Well, there'd be a time that we weren't leaving because we didn't have jobs to go to, or that we had a home that had a sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
That was our own responsibility.
We used to live in places that didn't have electricity anymore.
This is true.
Didn't have water.
This is true.
Didn't have hot water.
We would be walking to what? Because we wouldn't have a car in the parking lot.
To the liquor store to beg for a half pint because you were like $1 short on that $2. Yeah. But today it's different. And yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. We'll get to the bottom of it.
I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm kind of nervous about being in a whole room full of our, I guess, neighbors, right?
Mm-hmm. Should we go in there like wilding out? Like, should we dress like thugs or gangsters or like hill folk? Or
No.
We should dress like something different.
No.
That way, if we make an ass of ourselves, they won't recognize us at the mailboxes.
No, I highly doubt the people that we have met will probably even be there. But I think that it's good I want to know the outline of like what it is that they do help with. That kind of stuff.
What if we're like the poorest people there?
Oh, well, won't be the first time.
Well, shouldn't we like exemplify that and just like show it?
That's what's up, you know what I'm saying?
We should just show up like just hill folk it out,
No, I don't think we need to put on a show.
Go in there smelling like cats.
No.
I'll lay out my clothes tonight so the cat, because they love laying on them.
I swear, like, I think half of these condos, like, people don't live in them.
That's what I'm saying, because these are like little vacation homes that they stay at a couple times a year, if that. This is where we live. We like depend on the stuff happening. And they're probably like, nobody even cares. Nobody even living here.
We should be like, maybe we should have everybody write down to the people who actually live here through the wintertime and then pay attention to those.
Yeah, just shovel our shit, thanks.
No, we gotta make friends. We gotta be appropriate.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
And what's appropriate? It's different for everybody.
Well,
We'll let you know how that went. But yeah, we had no intention of talking about that today. Just kind of how it went.
Yeah.
We did, though, and I say we because I wrapped 2 presents. I wrapped my mom's and I wrapped yours. Mm-hmm. And you were knocking them out. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. I don't mind wrapping presents. So
yeah, you're pretty good at it.
We still have some to purchase, but
yeah,
we're trying to like stay a little bit more low key than past years with the Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
I mean, still being thoughtful and still being like, getting something that's thoughtful.
Well, our families are totally, I would say, different when it comes to the holidays of Christmas.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not different when it comes to like wanting to be with each other and spending time and all that. But yours is more like, playing games in a weird, well, not weird way, but like a different way that I've never seen, like the hide the stocking. Like that's a fun game for some people.
Uh-huh.
And ours is like, you guys like to play cards, I guess, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But ours is more like present driven. Because I think maybe like back in the day, nobody would show up if there was just nothing. And so you'd show up to like, why am I going to get that camera or microphone? Well, I better be there to see. Because I wouldn't put it past my mom. If I didn't show up, like if I was like, hey, Mom, I want this microphone. And then she went out and got the microphone. And then I didn't show up for Christmas. I'd say 50-50 chance that microphone goes back. Maybe even 60-40.
You mean like holidays are bribed?
No, but if I couldn't take the time to show up for that, then why would I deserve that Christmas gift?
Okay.
And maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe she's...
I don't know. I'm sure, Sandy, can you speak to this?
She can't because she's not on the podcast.
Not this moment, but she for sure will.
Yeah.
I don't think she would take it back. But I also think that we've like figured out that it's not ideal because when you're married or in any relationship, if both of your parents have their own their own separate marriages or families, blended families, what have you. It makes lots more places to have to show up to. And we do our best, you know?
Yeah, I used to get kind of, I don't say mad, but resentments towards my grandpa because he was wealthy, and every year the gifts got smaller and smaller to where I was getting like a scarf, and one year he got me a picture of them, or maybe he got that for the whole family. I don't remember what it was, which is kind of a Corey move, but it's like, man, it's a thought that counts. Well, there was no thought going into that, and I used to get so mad. And I remember one time, I think it was when maybe I saw him when he was at a assisted living place, but at some point he explained to me that at first it was cool having grandkids, but then the shit just got out of control. And so now you're buying for all these grandkids and he don't even remember half of them's name, you know? So it's just like, and then you got great grandkids coming. You're like, wow, like where did all this start? How? You know, I think that, knock on glass, if I ever get a chance to be a grandfather, I don't know, like to have like shit ton of grandkids, I don't think that's very great.
What? No way. Fuck's sake.
I'm just saying, it seems like that would be a beat down. Now, my mom, again, could be listening. And she'd be like, no, grandkids are the best. Da, da, da. Yeah, but they just keep adding up.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty savvy grandmas keeping track and great grandmas, what have you. Like, my grandma used to have, because this is my grandma didn't even know how to use a computer, right? But she had like a log of like the year and then when people's birthdays were, so she would not miss it. And when a new kid was born, she would put that kid on her little written, calendar log. A lot of grandmas keep track of stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe, but grandpas don't.
I don't know.
Well, I don't.
Grandpa that has.
Okay, I wanted to get. This is a perfect segue into Squid Game, the challenge.
Okay.
You know this has been coming. The guy on there, the old guy, and I can't remember what number he was, but everybody knows.
1.
No, not the movie. The challenge, Squid Game, the challenge. It was the older guy. Don't say if he's still there or not, because some people might not have seen the challenge.
Oh,
but the old guy's on there, and he's saying he had like 18 grandkids, and he has like a rose, or not a rose, but an orchid,
orchid
of their name or of them. And each time he had another grandkid, he had to add to it. And he was like going down his leg or up his thigh, and he's like, I don't have room for any more. So I guess some grandpas do keep track of something like that, but 18, holy cow. Can you imagine? Like, all right, let's shop for Christmas. All right, well, let's start in February. Like how would you do that even? Like that's a lot of gifts. What are you supposed to get them?
I don't know. Scarves.
Ugh, exactly. Exactly what happened to me. So it wasn't that he didn't love me. It's just the fact that he had too many other kids just doing dumb stuff and having babies, making my cousins, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Cutting into my stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah. Let's play a little music here. Back when I was a kid, I used to get really good Christmas gifts till my stupid aunts and uncles started having babies. Then I had a bunch of cousins. Then I just started getting scarves. My name's Corey Winfield. And that's my problem. Wait till that gets on video.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I need a violin. But the Squid Game, the challenge, though. So you had never even seen the actual series until I started making you watching it like just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But we are all caught up on the series, and I think the finale is coming up on Thursday. So there's 3 people left. We're going to find out who wins this bad boy. It's going to be great. Can't wait. The series, though. How you like it?
I like it more than I thought I would.
So
But I
did
think that's only because I watched the challenge.
Okay, I'm
first.
reversing this for you. The challenge. Squid Game, the challenge. That's what I'm asking
The
you.
game that,
Yes.
that they're doing now
Yes.
that the...
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I'm asking you about. How did you like it?
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I do have some qualms with it.
It's like Survivor, but not.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And people aren't getting killed.
Do you notice how they don't make Survivor they don't make references to any other like shows on there? Like on the game?
On Survivor?
No, in the Squid Game, in the challenge. They don't ever like reference. I think there's probably rules where you can't like make references to like other you know what I mean, other games. There's got to be.
What? I'm
Like strategy. Right?
I'm having a hard time. So, well, the challenge is based off the series.
I know.
that I'm making you watch currently.
I know. But it's actually it's like a challenge, like a game.
Yeah, that they started after the series because they're like, people were like, that would be kind of cool to do that, but not actually kill people. And they're like, okay, let's make this challenge.
But is it a show? Is anybody? It's not scripted. Is it scripted?
Apparently not.
Okay, so it's somebody really wins money,
Yeah.
right? So what I'm getting at is like there's phenomenons in there where like you would think that they would reference like other games, like tactics that are used in like Survivor on how to like get through things.
But it's not really
I know
not Survivor.
It's not Survivor, but
So you think somebody on that show should be like, hey, this is how they do it on Big Brother. Let's do that up in here.
No, they wouldn't. I mean, but they would be like, kind of like it. I don't know. I would reference it. Like, that's where my brain was going when I was watching it.
My brain was going kind of to the Squid Game series. And the people are doing that same thing. They're, grouping up. And, I mean, they're not beating people up and killing them in their sleep. But they are having challenges where they have to vote people out, which essentially would be the same thing. Vote the weakest one out. They do that kind of thing. And it's a little cutthroat. But the thing that I don't like about it is it's just drawn out.
Yeah.
And and I get it because they don't have a time frame like Survivor has to stick to, like an hour or whatever. They don't have that time frame, so they can just like let it run, so that's like real drawn out and real slow. You're just like, come on, get on with it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I had to say about it. But I think it's pretty genius, I guess, to spoof the series. And they do it pretty well.
Yeah.
Now that you've seen the series, and you're like, okay, yeah. And now you're watching the series, and you're like, get rid of this drama stuff. Let me see the games. Let me see the challenges,
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as I thought it would be. At first, I remember hearing about it on the radio last year or something. They were like, they're going to make the big... And it's... The prize is the biggest out of any game show. So they're doing something there, but... Would you be on it?
On Squid Games? Yeah, I guess I would.
It doesn't seem too physically demanding so far.
It's really not.
It's about a lot of chance.
A lot of chance. A lot of things that have been absolutely zero having to do with your skill set or abilities that you can get voted out for, or even your character.
Yeah.
Just like you were in the same boat that this, you know what I mean? Nothing to do. Somebody picked your number. You're out randomly.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah. Whereas Survivor, it kind of like you get there by like kind of, you've earned it. All of it.
Yeah. Then you have to lie and tell people you're not going to vote them out, and then vote them out. And then ask for them to vote for you.
There's a little bit. There's a little bit of kind of manipulation, I guess, deception, a little bit.
How do you think? Because my whole strategy, if I ever got on Survivor, which I don't think I'd ever apply again, but I would be the guy that's just like, let's just finish last. Like, why are we wasting all of our energy climbing through that rope? We know we're gonna vote homeboy out. Like, when we just vote homeboy out, when we get in that mud and stuff, ugh. Or like I told you before, like they have like a side ramp up the ramp, and like people are trying to jump up there, and never once in there does he say you can't use the side ramp. So there's Corey's ass walking up the ramp on the side.
Well, it tells you you're gonna climb over the da-da-da, and you're gonna, like, he gives directions on how you have to go through the course. He doesn't say go up the side ramp.
But can you believe that?
We just walk around it. You're supposed to go under that and crawl through the dirt. You just walk around the whole thing and get to the other side.
Yeah. I mean, what would they do? Just disqualify
be like, that's
me?
not, yeah. Cause
like, that's we'll be having more fun back at camp than running through this mud, that's for sure. Let's go back there and hang out a little bit. Strategize. I think I could win that game, though. Could you imagine, though, holding, because like Survivor, if you watch the show, like the last couple times they were like, you had to like hold your hands out and like hold these things on this thing, and I don't know, man, my shoulders are already kind of sore.
just by doing the example in the air.
Yeah, like why would you do that? Like, I would just say never mind.
That's why yeah.
I mean, you could spend your time looking for hidden idols.
Demanding. It's like that show that takes a lot of physical ability.
Yeah, and
for sure.
That Bruce guy's an idiot. I'm glad he got voted out. Anyway, if you're not caught up on Survivor, I guess you are now. We did watch a Christmas movie though.
This
is kind of what I was getting to, and I said we did some home stuff. Mm-hmm. The Christmas movie we watched was on Netflix, and it was called Family Switch.
Yeah.
It had Ed Helms in it, and Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah.
You thought it was cute.
I thought it was cute. I kind of knew what I was getting into. Obviously, like, this is not the first movie that has been made about when people's, overnight something happens and a zing or a zap or whatever, a wish comes true, and, overnight they're in somebody else's body or older. And in fact, I think Jennifer Garner did a movie where she was like, wished she was older. She was like a teenager and then woke up and she was like in her 30s. Yeah. Anyway, people that are listening know what I'm talking about. But I thought it was cute. I think they did a good job, and it was funny.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Now, would you rather? Okay, put it up against the one we watched last year, the musical with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell.
I like the musical one better.
So did I. Mm-hmm. So
it was better than like the Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah. I was hoping it started out that way. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in the movie that just was silly.
Yeah.
At the end, it snowed in LA.
Yeah.
Which maybe in 1989.
You think that's the silliest part of the whole thing, when they're talking about people changing into other people's bodies, and you're like, but the weird part is they had it snow in LA.
Because like back in 1989,
that's why it's so unbelievable.
Did, but and they say earlier in this year it did too, but it didn't snow in LA. It snowed like up in the mountains or something near there, so it doesn't count. Because it was like snow in these people's yard, and then Ed Helms' character, who's really his son, blah blah blah, whatever. They are in this not even competition. I don't even know what they're playing for, but somehow their band's jamming. The dude from Weezer's in it. And they win, and Howie Mandel comes out because he's the show producer of some show that they're on, and they're playing one song, and it was a Christmas song, at the end, he's like, yeah, you guys made it. You're going to Hollywood. And I looked at you and I was like, they're in freaking Hollywood. Like, does that make it special? Like, if you live in California, if you live in LA, live in Hollywood, and they're like, they'd be like winning something here and they're going, you're going to Traverse City. Like, yeah.
Right.
Awesome. That's where I live. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
You're going to Acme. It's a city right next to Traverse City. For people who don't know. All right. Yeah. Like, it just doesn't.
I know. It was goofy.
I mean, there's a lot more, obviously, goofy things, but those are just some obvious. I was like, what?
Yeah.
The Scooby-Doo van, the mystery van got changed into something else. What? Mm-hmm. That was a little weird.
But it was entertaining. Definitely. I think it was entertaining. I mean, it's not like I was like, turn this off. So at least I had that going for it.
Yeah, and it was about spending time with you and watching holiday stuff and getting in the spirit. So if you're listening to the podcast and you're a male and you're like, oh, I don't want to watch this, just do it. Because it's not about if the movie is going to be the best movie you've ever watched in your life. It's about creating those memories that you're spending with your loved ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that's why I like the musical so well. Mm-hmm. Because I remember last year when we watched it, we have like this chair, but it fits two people in it. Mm-hmm. And we like snuggled up and we watched that Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell movie. Mm-hmm. And we snuggled up and we watched it.
Yeah.
And it was great. And that's what I remember about that movie. So was that movie great? Probably not. But my memory of the movie is great because of the time that I had and the memories I have spending it with you. So that's what it's really about.
Yes. That's sweet.
But this movie really wasn't good. I mean, just saying. There's another one out there. And there's one called Who Killed Santa? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's going to be good. Will Arnett's in it. And him and Jason Bateman are boys. And it just says featuring Jason Bateman. So I think he's only in it for like 2 minutes. But all the previews have a minute. Like, oh, this is going to be a great like movie. But something tells me, because it came out in 2022, but yet I've never heard of it.
Really?
Until now it's on Netflix, and it's like, okay. And we were going to watch that one first, but then this one came on, and the previews were like, yeah, let's just give this one a shot.
Yeah.
We're going to try to watch more Christmas movies. Are we going to do 1 a week, 2 a week? We're going to watch another one tonight. It's already 8:30, so nope.
No, that's no. But yeah, we probably can. I'm sure we can do 1 a week, but we can try for 2.
Okay, maybe we'll do that. Who Killed Santa? Unless if you've seen Who Killed Santa, and just tell us to pass over if it's horrible.
There you go.
Really appreciate that. Well, we do have a podcast that we're going to do later this week. Just you and I.
Yeah.
But we're not sure what day.
Right.
But it's a special podcast, so make sure you tune in for that. And we'll label it Special Podcast. So that you know what we're talking about.
All right.
Yeah. But listen on however you listen. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Pod, whatever. However you listen. Amazon. We're all over. And then we have our own app as well. So listen on there. Resources, 217recovery.com. If you're looking for some help, we can offer some solutions maybe. So check out what we do have. And thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. We hope you come back for our next episode.